Alright, this video is for my buddy Tim. Got in the parts washer. This is a steering cylinder from 1920 New Holland tractor of some kind. Got all the pieces out. It came out really easy, surprisingly. So let's see. So this is the the cap, the end. So right in that end, which is on the inside, was a urethane U-cup seal, and it's pretty much destroyed. And there's pieces floating around in the oil. So that's on the one side. That's the wiper seal, and believe it or not, it's just totally destroyed, the wiper seal. And that was, oops, on the outside. So that was on the outside. And that goes in there. So these flats, you might, it looks like you need a special wrench, because they're beveled and they're weird. So all I ended up doing was I got my lady slipper in the vise. I just ended up, clamping this. I didn't even use the big vise. I used the small vise. And I just clamped it upside down, and I just had the cylinder coming up, and I put a bar in the swivel eye, and I just loosened it up. So that's good. I might throw this in the milling machine and mill some real wrench flats on it, because it's easy to do. There's an O-ring on here, which was in good shape. The O-ring was, there's an O-ring, and then there's an outside seal ring that was okay. Shaft is okay, everything's good. This is the piston. It comes off. So this is a T-shaped O-ring, I think they call that, in the backup Teflon washers. That's in good shape. I could probably reuse that, but I won't. I'm gonna see if I can find. I think McMaster Car has these, but I gotta measure them all up. Ran the nut off the end. It's a 14 millimeter fine thread metric nut, obviously millimeter. The threads are a little chafed from running it off because the end was deformed. I had to grind it and just run this off. I might just buy a new nut for as much as they cost. But the main cause of the leak was this. The wiper primarily keeps the dirt out from the outside world, and then this was on the inside. And it's urethane, and it just rotted to nothing. So I'll probably go to McMaster Car. I gotta measure all this and find out if it's inch or metric. New Holland doesn't seem to have it. A Part Spring doesn't seem to have it. I found an old New Holland site that has some stuff, and it wants to know the year of the tractor before, I think it was 97 or after 97, I don't know. But let me just measure all this up, and once I determine if it's inch or metric, I could probably get it from McMaster Car, or there's a seal place in Texas, Houston. I got it written down somewhere. That has poly packs, and they have U-cups, and they got whatever. But so like I said, I got this apart. I did some searching on New Holland. 1920 cylinders, and it was some tractor forum, and a guy said, you know, should I try to find seals or take it to a hydraulics place and just have them rebuild it? And he ended up taking it to a hydraulics place. You know, on the forum thread, he was relaying his story, and he said, cost me I don't know, whatever it was, $150, and it came back all full of pipe wrench marks, and he was all upset. These guys are supposed to be professionals, and they, you know, I could have put pipe wrench marks all over it and changed them myself. Well, you know, when I do something like this, you know, I'm doing it like it's my own, because Tim's a buddy of mine. And, you know, I'm not going to put pipe wrench marks on. That's just like you don't know what the hell you're doing. You know, I have tools to make tools, and if I don't have something, I got, you know, I just used a vise, and actually I used that lady slipper pry bar to get the U-cup out. I had to torch. I ran the brazing tip of my torch around to soften the steel of the U-cup, because it wouldn't come out without it. And then I just reached in there with, I got two of these, a thick and a thin one of this size, and just pried it out, so that worked. But let me take you on a quick, you know, I do have some spanner tools. For, you know, hydraulic cylinder, I mean, it's for anything, right? But a lot of hydraulic cylinders, you need, you know, spanner wrenches of different sorts and varieties. That one's a nice one. I think I did a video on the Faycom. But you need spanners, pin spanners, and hook spanners with some of this stuff. And I got a few, you know. But anyways, just wanted to do that quick video for Tim, because you know, I might be interested to see the process a little bit. And I didn't film taking it apart, but like I said, I didn't mark it up with pipe wrenches and all that. You got to just, you know, be careful. And didn't really take me that long. It's just the technique, you know. You gotta just, I can't explain it, but you just got to look at it and see what's holding it. Can you bend the tab back, and how can you grip it, and how much force are you going to put on it, and just, is your grip going to be tight enough where, you know, you want to hold it tight enough where it's not going to move, but not too tight where you're going to smush everything. And pipe wrenches, they smush things. So anyways, all right, Tim, I'm going to look up, I'm going to measure some stuff and then look up, see if I can find some U-cups and poly packs and O-rings, and we'll get your dad's tractor back in shape here for you. Till next time.